doing? So, it is Tuesday and it is minutes past 5. And before I even get started, I'm going to just make you aware that I'm almost certain I'm going to get interrupted. But I've been waiting over an hour for someone to knock on my door. Okay, I'm only going to step away briefly, but maybe they won't come until I'm done. Okay, I don't know, but I've been waiting, and before I know it, I could have made 2 videos. So let's start. It sounds like someone's coming now. Okay, so anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. And so, we're going to add some pretty papers to our book today. I'm going to add some pretty papers to our book. Let's see, maybe 1 and 2. So this one has some cut out, pull out strips. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of glue on both sides of this. And I'm going to press them down in the book so that they can not be setting up like this, okay? All right, now let's do that real quick. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to try. I saw a piece already loose in here. Okay, I just want to run my finger right down the middle of that seam and open it up and spread it so that it can lay flat against the book page. Okay? Just like that. And that should be okay. Instead of it setting out the way that it was. And now that should be all right like that. Okay, so we're going to use these 2 pages right here first. And I have all these laid out. I want to use this one first. So I have 6 pieces of paper, or at least 6 parts of paper, because this is not an entire piece, right? All right, so we're going to take this piece off, which I could use this. I think maybe I can. Okay, well, we'll see. Slides in there. And let's kind of line it up. Okay, so now that's that. All right, we still got a small edge on. Let's see if we can get that off also. All right, so it's just a little bit, maybe that is good. All right, let's try. It's not cutting it very close. I didn't want to cut the end of the paper, but let's try it one more time. Oh, that's looking too far. Okay, we'll see. All right, I think we got something kind of clean. We still got a little bit, but we're not perfect with this thing, so we're not going to worry about it. We'll just scissor this piece off, which is just a thin line, and that's that, okay? Okay, and then we get to save some of the paper and not make too much of a mess. Now, I saw this like this archway. There's a couple of times in here, so I think I want to try and get both of them, but I also want a centerpiece. So there's a centerpiece here and one here. So I'm going to try and cut across this way. Okay, I got to look at it, make sure, and then come up here, around here, and then we'll get this side. And from here, go up here, and trying to look at the other one, make sure I cut it the right way. Think like this. Okay, so we have two, and I'm just going to kind of come in here a little bit, take some of this out. And put these in our page. And let's see what we can make of it. Because I'm not sure, but I thought maybe that can work. If we just take a little bit off and make it like two archways, or like, you know, with columns or something like that. Okay, this one looks like I just came straight down. All right, so let's see how that looks. So this one, either I cut that off or it wasn't there. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and clip this one down to match that a little bit. It still looks like it's setting out. It still looks kind of funny to me. It still does. Well, let's see what becomes of it. And then this one, so this had a flower sticking out, but this one doesn't. And I think that's what thing is. And then these have two, but the one didn't. So I don't know what to tell you about the whole thing. All I know is I was trying not to destroy them, but to kind of cut them out evenly and see what we can get. So here we go. And let's see if this one turns out to be all right. Okay, so this is what we have side by side. Okay, that's the way it's going. Okay, so we have that, and then I wanted this bouquet or this floral piece here. So this is one. I'll go right around beneath that arch and get this. All right, and then we have this. And just take a little bit out of that so it looks like it's like this a little bit. And then that should be okay. And we'll come in here and come close and come out. And we'll weave it in a little bit and make our own little, I don't know what you call it, pattern or something, so it's not just round and looking like we just cut it out of something totally like a cutout, but give it a little bit of something. I saw some paper. I don't know if it'll work though. It's green. I don't know if that's going to work when I think about it now. It might be over the top. So I think I'll pass. Because as I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay? So we have that. That's not too bad. Okay, so we have one. And then let me see, is this a full one? No, it's cut off at the bottom. So then we have to find another one on here. Right here. Okay, let's see how that is. They actually are different. This is different than this is. Because this one is that. That's the same, but this is different. Let's get this one. It looks different to me. Yeah, so let's try and get this. All right. And just cut that one off of here. And see. It can be two different ones. It's okay. All right, I think it'll work. Hello there. How y'all doing? Passion Stacking GWAC. Hello there. And SRN. Hello there. What am I doing? I am cutting out scrapbooking paper, and I am adding pages to my altered book, which is a book that I am redoing the pages for. And so I've been working on it since Saturday. I think I started the book on Saturday, and you just basically add different interesting papers, pretty designer paper. You can paint on it. Some people call it an altered book. Some people call it an art book. Like whatever it is, you just kind of do your own thing with what you want to repurpose the book into. So that's what I'm doing. It's part of like the junk journal world. If you know anything about junk journal books. So that's kind of what this whole thing comes from. Yes, but thank you for asking, because, some people know, some people don't. And your question is called engagement. So thank you for asking. All right. And so I'm just trimming out a little bit so it looks floral and not just cut out. Then we're going to glue it down to this book page, or the two book pages that are before us, and then we'll move on with another something. We're going to do 3 pages in here. We're going to alter 3 pages. Like this, I consider 1 page, although it's 2, because it is like dual. It's a double, so it's okay. It's not like I'm going to put something here and then something different here. Then that would be 2. For me, I'm just saying that's how I'm looking at it. Somebody else could see it totally different. Like, no, that's 2 pages. And it is technically, but because it's kind of, ebb and flow, that's where I'm at with the whole thing. So the whole thing is that we can put this opposite like that. And I had this piece of lacy stuff that came off of a doll shirt or something like that. And I said, I'm going to cut it. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it. But then I also have that burgundy, what I just set that at. Let me see. I have a burgundy spool of twine. It's not twine, it's ribbon. And I thought to use it. So I set it back in here in my basket, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it, but now that I've cut that out like that, instead of applying it like a full page or something, I'm just looking in my basket, y'all. It's right here. It's like it's not gone. I'm not gone. It's right here. But I was trying to look in it and find that spool Here it is, burgundy one. Okay. So I was wondering if I wanted to add this or this. So this was a ruffle around a doll's shirt for a porcelain doll. And I said, let me cut that and take this little sewn edge off. It will open up the material and stretch it out. And let's see, do I want to use this or not? So we will see in a second. I thought it might work. Okay, so this is the sewn piece. And now it's not so short. Okay. So it would be great if it was long enough. It's kind of, maybe it'll work. Maybe. If I put it on the edge of the paper, it's going to be short, I think. Let me see something. It doesn't have to fit to the very top, but it should. And I don't have enough wood to do it twice. So it would have to be like just in the middle to the edge. And then I would have enough then. So I can do that. It's fine. I have white, but I don't want to use white. I want to use this because this was something I had left over and there was no reason to not use it somewhere. So I can and I will, and it'll be fine. Okay, some creators out here are saying use what you have. And truly in junk journal world, that's what the point and the purpose should be, that you use things that would otherwise be discarded, right? And so this can still be useful if you just take your time and apply it to the page. Okay. So we have that, and we might still use that in something. We're not sure what. At first I thought right here might be cool to put it just in the middle. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I will, because that's what I was really thinking about, the centerpiece, because of the pages that I tore out. So I think that'll work there real good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this here. Okay. I'm not putting too much, just a little bit. And actually I can do it on both sides and I don't have to worry about coming back to do this one. Okay. And then we have that. I'm always using my finger to guide that because I can't really see it, to stick it in there. Okay, now we can just put this one here, close, and then take this one, make sure it's on the right side, and put this one in here, like that. And then it can be in there, like that. Cool. Very nice. I like it. Almost like a zipper. Very cool. Okay. And then this piece, which is burgundy, we probably still can use some of this on the outsides of the page. Okay. All right, let's see. It's very thin, but it has a little bit of edging to it. So we'll cut this right here. and then we'll match one. And then we'll match this one to here. Okay, and then we'll take this back off. And that's what we have. Then we can put this on the edge of this page. And then we'll put the piece over here. And then we can just lay that little piece of lace trim on here. And then we will glue our cutouts onto it. Pull this down a little bit. Yep. And then put this one over here. Right off onto the edge. Very pretty. There you go. And then we have, where's our glue? Okay. And then we have this, and our glue page is here, so that we can put these down. Okay. Okay, I think that's my knock at the door. I'll be right back. And just like that, I'm back. Thank you for waiting with me for a second. And let me stick this one before it don't stick. Okay? It's a big piece of glue on there. Okay, we'll add that back. Okay. And then we'll put this one down here. Okay. Very nice. Looks quite Victorian or something. Okay, I don't know. And then we'll put this one at the bottom. And then we will glue this. Okay. Okay. And then we'll put this one up the top. Then we have that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, and then, all right, then we will make sure all this is nice and dry a little bit before we flip the page, and we'll go on. I have this also, and I wanted to apply this, but I'm not sure where I can use this at this point, because I used the lace that I wasn't sure about, and I went back to that burgundy ribbon. So maybe we'll use this somewhere else. If not, we'll use it another day. because now it would be overkill, I think, to add it into here somewhere. It'd be just the most. So we won't do that. Okay, so now let's go on with these. This is my next sheet, and I picked it. It's so close to that and pretty. I wanted to use this like 2 or 3 times. Maybe we should put this on here since it's center of our book, kinda. Maybe we should. I'm not sure what to do here because this is going to actually be a pocket. And I thought to myself last night, maybe I should make a check. Ouch. My shoulder hurts so bad a little bit on the left arm. It's like a ache, not a pain. And sometimes when I'm trying to lift it, it's like, oh, that don't feel good. So we just put a little bit of this on here. I didn't know where I was going to use this. This wasn't my idea, but it still can work. I'm going to show you what I have that I was going to put with this. So right now, I'm going to use this here. Slide it down into the crease of the page. And then okay. All right. And then I'm going to open this side and cut around it. Got this glue open and I've got this glue open. We gotta stay focused, especially on this one. Put these up because those are not paper scissors. And then cut this alongside here. Okay. All right, and then we'll cut this piece off. Or maybe we'll run a piece up. Yeah, let's run a piece of it up. Here. That might be cool. Who knows if it's cool? I don't know if it's cool. Maybe it is. Maybe it's cool if we put it up here just a little bit before the pocket. Okay, I think it might be all right. Then we'll fold it back right at the pocket because we don't want to hinder the pocket. Okay, that might work. I'm not sure. We're learning as we go, okay? We're learning as we go. Trial and error and everything. It's okay. It's just paper. This is just paper, okay? We don't have to get all creeped out by, oh, that doesn't work well and all that. It doesn't matter. It's just paper. We just, fudge it. If it doesn't work, we fudge it and go to something different. See, like that's not a straight cut. But it's going to be fine still. Okay. Then we're going to do this side with the same page. Down in here. Then all the way around. Even when I folded it, it didn't meet up to this page. But it's okay. I'm all right with that. It's going to be fine. But I thought to maybe make a faux check and put in between the pages. And I also thought about an old calendar page to put in between where you get the whole calendar for the month, to just kind of put that in there in that pocket. Okay, pull it down some. It's over the top of the page. Well, it's not moving, but it's okay. We can still trim the top just like we could trim any other part of it. Just make sure it's in the crease. And then we'll cut this one off. Okay, and now we'll do the same thing with this fold. And fold this one up. Up here. And then we got this. And then we'll fold that back right here. And then, okay. And then we're going to try to use that craft knife again. I think this is not that sharp on this tip. And maybe that's why that didn't go through the first time real easy. But we can remedy that by locking that. So this is move it up and down. And if you slide this back, it'll lock it and it can't move. And then you just hold this away from your eyes and pull that piece off. And then put that in the trash. And then unlock. And now we can see. Can we get straight through? It's much better. Much better. Okay, so that's okay. It's a little teeny bit off, but I'm going to cut the book page. Taking a little bit, but it's going to be chippy. I don't like it when it's chippy, you know, choppy. Not good. All right, we got that piece. Okay. It would have come clean, but it's still the glue under there, so it's okay like that. It's still fine. Okay, so we got that, and this is what that looks like now. This is the other page that I had that I wanted to use with this. So it has these images, and I was going to use this one and this one. And so let us do it. And put this pen in here. Gotta keep this stuff off of here. And then we can see, let me just cut this straight across so that it can remain flat and in good condition because it's already got a fold. All right, and then we'll cut this one off, and that, and this. The boot is actually cute, but I'll save that for something else. And we're going to use these two. They look like they were a couple or something like that to me. So I said, yes, let's use that. Maybe we should use it. I guess I'll do it like this. I was going to use the crinkle scissor or something like that and get it. But we can just do it like this. We can just do it like this. And get it. It's not working so good. I ordered some new scissors because my scissors are in bad shape. I mean, they can still get the job done, but they are certainly not as sharp as these anymore. I've been using them cutting through glue and all kinds of stuff, so it's like they still work, but I need something sharp and faster than those, because sometimes when I'm cutting, it bends instead of cutting straight through. So we will just work with what we have until those arrive. And then we'll probably keep using those green ones because, I don't know. You know how you get something and you become accustomed to that thing and then you don't want to part ways with it? Right. And for the longest time, like a couple weeks now, I couldn't find my red Westcott scissors like these green ones. And last night when I was cleaning off that table that I told you all about in last night's video, honey, don't cut her little green shoe. All right, and I saw my red scissors over at that other workstation over there, honey. Oh, baby, I can't even see this. Her shoe get ready to be gone. I can't even see it up there when I twisted that paper. And you only get a half a chance to miss this with these scissors, because these scissors, they're not no joke. They serious. Okay. And these are sharp all the way to the very tip. Okay, so we will use both of these little cute images that I saw in this paper. I'm not even sure what book this paper came out of. It was sitting on that table over there. And I said, oh, well, where did this come from? I probably pulled it out of something whenever ago. And it then resurfaced. I don't know. It's been a lot going on in my little world since November of 2024, and I'm still, trying to overcome some of it. Just keep going. That's what I keep telling myself. Just keep going. Just keep going, because I don't know. I don't know. The only person who knows is God, and I don't. So I just keep going while I can keep going, because I don't know from one day to the next. Nobody else knows either. We only have right now. So that's all you got is right now. And when you have some kind of challenge that shows up in your life, you work through that challenge the best way you can, and you tell yourself, keep going. You don't sit down and you don't, you know what I'm saying, get in a place of woe is me and sink into depression, because depression is real and it hurts and it can kill you. It's not a joke. It can. And so I just keep going, because at my little age and thinking about the things that I'm challenged with, sometimes I'm like, you're too young But then what about the ones who are younger than you that's gone through more than you've gone through, or who are no longer here to talk about what they've gone through or what it was, how they felt, and all of that. So we got to be considerate of those things or mindful of them, and let that thing be as true as it really is, because it is true, you know. And we can be saying all kinds of things about how life seems to be and X and Y, and it's like, why not? It's like, why not? Wayne came here with no kind of, storybook that told us how our life should be and what it's going to be, and, is mapped out like that for us. We create these things in our minds, and other people create it for us, whether it be our family members or the competition that we think we need to, compete with. Because if they're doing it, I can do it better, or I can do it too. And that's not always a good thing. We got to focus. Hi, Anna. Anna D. How you doing? Thank you for saying hello. Yeah, we got to focus and know that, life is happening to everybody. I was looking at, I guess she's still like a daughter-in-law, or a daughter-in-love, they call them today. But I was looking at her anniversary pictures online today, and she and her new husband just came from, I think, 3 different countries on a cruise. And I was just looking and admiring and thinking how happy I am for her. Like, that's so wonderful, And then I was telling myself, it's so many places to see in the world. And some of us have, those opportunities, and so many of us haven't had it and won't have it, There are a lot of people who won't have these opportunities, but some do. And, I just was thinking about that. Like, wow, so many places to see in the world and so much to do. That is cute. That is very cute. Okay, so we have to take our top pieces off. This is the one that I clearly couldn't get together to slide back down for me. But a trim will do it every time. That is very cool. Okay. And so we have 2 done. I'm trying to make sure it's not too sticky. All right. And then I have this. I have this one. And I have this. I love this piece. I'm not sure if they bled it in like this or it got wet some kind of way. Not in my house, but, somewhere. Let's put it here. Let's see, that's in the middle. This is right here. Let's see. This has a window. That has a window. It's very pretty. We gotta find something else to put there. Let me see. Maybe I'll use a piece of this for that. I want to cut the middle out of this page, though. I don't know. That's a cool idea, but I don't know for that. Maybe. I want to cut this out. This was my idea. My idea was to cut like this, get to this line, go over, come up, go across, and come down. I just wanted this piece. And then I saw that paper and I said that might work. So let's kind of come in and make the letter T, I think. And then we'll straighten this piece up here a little bit. And then we'll use a little bit of black ink on this. A little bit. I think that's okay. Silversmith and Jewels. Then put this on a page and put the other thing on the page beside it. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's okay. All right, so we can put, this is a window page. Maybe we should go all the way up front because I think that this page that I have is, I'm going to go up here. No double page though. I just did a page near there. It's a page done in there. These are glued together but coming apart. Okay. All right. So that's glued. This is coming out. Let me glue this so this can stay. See how my book is imperfect from my page removing, but it's okay. The book was glued together when they originally made it, so that means that you can glue it back together. Okay, so we have some work up here already, but maybe I'm gonna use this. Maybe I'm gonna use this up here. Let's make sure it's not double. That's not. And this is. Let's use this. So I'm just put this here, like that. I want some kind of green leafy something. So I will have to find me some green leafy paper, and I do have some. But I told myself, you know, we can always add when we come back. Right now we want to Right now we want to just be adding something to our papers. Okay, we got that. And then we can put a piece of this on here. So how do we want to do it? I think I'll cut an oval out of this. I think I'll cut an oval. Let's just come up here. And cut that in half. And then cut this about here. And then cut an oval. It's all shadowy around here, right? Looks so cool. Very nice. Now, do I want to use, I have some blue ink, but I'm wondering how is it going to look. Not that bright blue, but I have a blue that's like denim. Let's see where that is. Like that. That's green. That's black. That's gray. This gray might work too. That's green. But where's the blue one? Black. This is blue. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. This blue one. It's like a denim blue. And I might can just brush it on there. Let's see. You can tell a little bit. Okay. All right, that looks pretty. That looks pretty. Okay, so now a wrong one. And then we can put this on here. Okay. Now, I'm running on the edges in the middle because it won't be a problem because the whole middle will be covered. Okay. And we can put this on here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Looks pretty. Okay. Very nice. Now, okay, so those were the things that I was doing for this. One, uh-oh, are we stuck? We are, uh-oh. 2. There's a crease in there. Not good. This is 2. That was 1 and 2. Let me get me a little powder. This is baby powder. Little baby powder puff. And just go this way. And then it just keeps everything from sticking together like that. Okay, so we did that one. That's 1. This is 2. We did that last night. This is 3. And we did that last night. Is that all we did? Yeah, we did 1, 2, 3, right? Because we had 6 papers, right? So the check, maybe I'll look at this check idea that I was thinking about. Let's see if I can make a faux check. That's what I was thinking about. I wasn't sure if I could do it or not, but let's see. I mean, it can't be that hard, right? Let me see if I have a piece of vanilla paper over here. I should. Okay, like this. Okay. And then I have to measure that to go into the middle of the book where I have the 2 folds here. And it has to fold in there, fold in there, and then about here. Okay. Now, let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Let's kind of use, we have to use something for a line. This is the perfect line. But is the glue won't be a problem, I don't know. So we will get up here a little bit. And we'll put a check number there. And then we will get pay to the order right here. And then here we will have a date. And then this will be the pay to the order of line right here. And then this one will be the amount. And here will be erase it in a minute. And then down here will be signature. And down here will be, memo. All right, so a check can look like that. All right, so let me get me a piece of paper that I can write on. Let me see, the back of this envelope can work. There's my eraser. I need my blue pen, and I need this, I think. So we will make this part let's put this up a little bit. And so here we will have our check number will be 8827. And then we will have the box here for how much. And then we will have here is where it's made out to whoever at the top. We'll decide that in a second. But right here we need to write and then we will say who we're going to pay to the order of below that line. And then we will say how much we want to write our check for. All right, so I can drop this line. And we will write our pay to the order of here. Let me come down a little bit. And then we will say okay, and then how much is Mr. Fitzpatrick due? Okay, and we're going to say 16109. Then we're going to write 100. 61. Nine, and then we'll have it here. And then we'll sign this thing. And then we will say this one was for, let's say, car repair. Okay? And that's our check. And then up here, we need to have some kind of print that will say from and then we'll say 10862 Apple Pie Lane. And then we'll say that's from Frederick Columbus. Okay. All right. And then we'll say 72101. Okay? And then we'll just put some things around here to make it kind of like it's a check. And then we'll put a line on here. And this will say. And then put right here. And then we have that. And then we will sign this for Mr. Fitzpatrick. Okay? And then down here, we'll make all watermark. All watermark. All watermark for like a real check. And then we'll have here nice and darker. Put a line here. And then this will say for bank use only. Right? That's how a check look, right? Y'all know I'm right. And then on here, let's put an emblem on here. Like it's some kind of emblem from a bank, right? And then here, we will write okay. And then we make a nice old check. An old check. And then that's that. Just something fun, some paper fun that you can add to a journal, an altered book, anything, paper, crafting that you want. Okay? All right, and then that's the check. An old canceled check. Okay? Fold it like somebody had it in their shirt pocket. Been to the bank before. And now it's like that. Put a little bit of ink on here. So it's old, old check. Like an old check, been folded up and aged and sitting in a drawer somewhere. Maybe it was Mr. Old Fitzpatrick's first payment from his, in his new car shop, from his first customer. Like people save a first 20 or $5 or $10 bill. And that's what we have, like an old check. And then we can put that right in here, like that. And that's where it can live. We might add something else to this later. But that's our little, it's kind of cool, right? Kind of cool. And we might put something else here. How about a flower? How about a flower? Let's add a flower. Let's add a flower. That's kind of dead. Let's add that. Let's see. Let's see what else. And we're going to call it a day after we put this on here. Let's see. That's just some greenery. This might work. You can't see that. Let's use that and this and this. I really don't want that one. I really want something brighter than that. Okay, like that. Okay, let's use those. And then we will be finished with this for this day. Okay. And we might still add something to this pocket later. But right now, that's good. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing open. It's always a challenge. Always a challenge with these stickers. These are certainly more challenging than the ones with white back, but goodness. Okay. Put that there. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Put that one there. Almost. Rose, come on. Come on. You can do it. If it don't happen up there, you gotta try somewhere else. So hard, man. I had it, but it's keeps sliding back onto the plastic. Come on. Y'all, when I say these things, oh goodness. All right, let me put that one down and try this one because that one is just doing the most right now. They are certainly hard to get off. I wish I knew how to use that pokey tool the way I saw somebody using it on their video because these things hard to get off. So if you see how long it's taking me to do it, imagine how long I'm doing it just like this off camera, and I just got to sit in somewhere waiting to use it because it's so hard to get these things off, honey. So hard to get them off. And the pokey tool is so dangerous. You gotta know how to use this thing or else you'll stick yourself real good. Now I just had it and it slid right in. And not to mention that this also tears up your real sticker sometimes, not just the back. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this little one off. Got up, then I dropped it. Then I dropped it. One fell out of here. Let's use this one then. Okay. All right. So that's what we have. Okay. Golly. I'm just saying, y'all. So we have this. We made this like this. Made this little check. Put it in there. Then we made, okay, we made these. Cut this out, added this lace trim, added these on the ends. And I see it's white. It's from the little powder, not flour powder, but it's okay. And we made this. So that's what we did today. All cut out work and glue and and that's what we did. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for being here. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.